Hey guys, it's Meg. I am here this week with a new video for you. This is going to be our standard tarot reading. So if you guys want to get a message from the cards, come on in, have a seat, get comfy and cozy, and we will get into your reading. Before I do that, however, I do have some quick announcements to make. Number one, I am going to be listing all of the supplies, all of the decks I've used for this reading. Those will be in the description. I have also included links to my social media and my website, so if you want to get in touch with me outside of YouTube, you totally can. And there is a bonus reading for this video, so if you want to just see that rather than the full video, it will be timestamped in the description as well. So, let's have some fun. I'm excited to see what messages the cards may have for us. So I'm going to start with some oracle energy, and we will get into the tarot as a means of supplementing and getting more information for the oracle reading. So let's start. Let's start. Here we go. So first things out, we have the Angel Aura Quartz. Again, this is hard to see on camera. I apologize, but it is very pretty in person. So here's Angel Aura Quartz. Okay, we have the Sun. Back to Angel Aura Quartz. This is asking us to lighten up. We have the Sun. Okay, and we have the Dragonfly Spirit. This is saying that truth transcends illusion. Well, I do think there is a lot of clarity coming in about a situation here, because the truth is finally being illuminated. The truth is finally coming in for you about a situation that you may have been concerned for. It's definitely long overdue, because I think you've spent a good deal of time in confusion. Certainly there's been a sense of lack and not having what you need to make sound decisions for yourself. Or you have the capability of doing that, you're just not sure how. Okay, and again, the truth is being illuminated, and you're having some clarity come in, especially about specific lack mindsets that you may have set yourself up for. And I'm getting to that because you have this call to lighten up, lighten the load, lighten the reins, do whatever you need to do with that. Okay. So, there's your oracle energy. Let's get some basic energy from the tarot. Like I said, that's going to be a supplement, and then we'll clarify and see what your energy is going to be about. Okay, so we've had a number of cards pop out. Okay, number one, first one that I saw is the Three of Wands. So there is a state of active waiting. Actually, I'm going to read the whole thing here. You have the Three of Wands, you have the Eight of Swords, okay, and you have the Six of Pentacles, okay. Again, going back to the Three of Wands here, you're in a state of active waiting, and you're being called to game plan a little bit, to think about your goals, what you intend to achieve, how are you going to move forward, and certainly what you're going to do to push the needle forward on taking those actions. That's what you're being called to do, okay? But I'm getting the sense that you are maybe prone to overthinking a situation, and you're prone to kind of putting yourself in a cage over it. Again, I'm getting to this, I guess, yeah, it's a fish. Anyway, the point is, whatever's in here is being held back. And it's being held back because you're in your head. You're very much in your head. And that's not, yes, you are being asked to think about your goals and how you want to achieve them. But just thinking about them isn't going to get them done. It isn't going to, it isn't going to necessarily be satisfying the longer you look at them on your list, right? So I think the solution to that might be reconnect with things things you as your younger self would have liked to do. If that is performing, if that's singing, if that's making art, if that is reading, if that is doing literally anything else other than your thinking, I feel like that's going to get you out of your brain into your body, and hopefully there can be a reconnection between what you're thinking and how you're feeling. Okay, so there is that. Let's see our hidden and clarifying energy. Hidden energy to start. Okay, we have the paranormal. So I think the situation is a little bit difficult for you to handle right now because you are endlessly curious about it. You want your answers, you want them right away, you want them to just come as quick as they can. Okay, and that isn't, I don't think that's, I would say it's not a bad thing to want to get to your information quickly, but in this case, um, what you need to remember is that answers will come, whether they are what you expect or whether they aren't. Okay. Um, you have to let it go just a little tiny bit because it's not going to serve you to constantly wait on the answers. Maybe they won't come at all. That's a possibility, possibility to consider. Remember though, that you have this tendency to overthink, okay? And reconnecting with your inner child is going to it is going to help you, like I said, get out of your head into your heart a little more. And you know what? Whatever answer you're looking for, whatever you expect to get, it may be what you get. But if you listen to your intuition, there will be something there. There will be something there. Okay. But again, getting out of your head into your heart is going to be the first step. Okay. And clarifying energy here is detachment. It's moving on. It's moving away from it. Gonna say it again, getting out of your head, back into your body, into your heart, into what you're feeling. That's gonna help you find your answers. Okay, it's gonna help you find your answers. That's going to help you. That's gonna help you remove your cage from your brain. Okay. Again, let's hope that makes sense. Let's get into some clarifying energy for this reading. Why are we seeing what we are seeing here? And got a number of cards popping out, so let's see what those are. Okay, so we're going to start by clarifying our Three of Wands here. Let's see some hidden and clarifying energy, or clarifying energy. Okay, we have the Six of Swords coming out again. Here. This is a repeat card. So yes, there needs to be some transition, some movement. Again, some detachment. And I think in this case, because it's clarifying the Three of Wands, it needs to be a detachment from expectation, because anything can happen. You plan for the contingency, you plan for the contingency's contingency. Like you go down this slippery slope. Okay, what might happen and what will happen are two very different things. So, detach yourself from expectation, detach yourself from your thoughts a little bit, and you will achieve a mind and heart balance. Okay, because I'm sensing that at least right now that might be a little bit thrown. Okay, so there is the Six of Swords. Okay, let's see what else we need for the Three of Wands. Okay, we also have the Two of Wands. So this work, maybe very generally, is going to be it's going to be the kind of thing that you have to choose to do this. Okay, it's going to be on your plate. You're going to be faced with things that suggest you should. But I think remember that it is your free will to go. It is your free will to stay. Okay, so you have you have the choice. You have the choice. Okay, it's not a do or die moment. It is a do or do not moment. But whatever it is, there will be a result. Okay. So there is the Two of Wands. Okay. Let's clarify our Eight of Swords energy. Why are we seeing Eight of Swords? Okay. We're seeing Eight of Swords. Okay. Because we're seeing Eight of Swords because things aren't necessarily clear right now. Okay, this is what we're looking for. We're looking for clarity. We're looking for light. Yeah, we're looking for light in the darkness. And that's, I feel like that's more star energy here. But we're looking for light. We're looking for growth. We're looking for a sense of happiness and happiness and hope that we can make that for ourselves. Okay. We're in this. The Eight of Swords I feel is coming up because we're deliberately putting ourselves in the dark when we don't have to. The sun's gonna shine anyway, even if it is, it's literally nighttime when I'm filming this. Okay, but it is. There's still stars in the sky. There's still a moon. There's still a sun. There's still constancy. There still can be constancy if you choose to remove your blindfold and see things as they are, not as that you want them to be. Okay. So there is the first card clarifying the Eight of Swords. Why else are we seeing the Eight of Swords? Oh yeah, we have the High Priestess here as well. So I like that this card is coming up in this reading because of the idea of your mind and your heart being detached from each other a little bit. Remember, we just started clarifying the Eight of Swords, but the framework that I'm using to get there is that you've been in your head so much that you put your heart in a cage, and it might feel inaccessible to you. Okay, and thus you need to open the cage and give yourself a chance to feel, rather than just be locked in your head. Okay, now how do you go about unlocking that cage? You need to remember to go inward, to pay your heart some attention, pay what you feel some attention. because that's going to guide you. Reflection, introspection, you're going to gain a lot of wisdom, and you may open yourself up to cosmic downloads too. Okay, so yeah, pause, reflect, go in, and you'll see what you need to see. Okay, you see what you need to see. I'm hearing the phrase "you already know." Okay, I believe it. I do believe it. So let's clarify our Six of Pentacles energy. Why are we seeing Six of Pentacles here? Six of Pentacles is clarified by the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. So in this context, I'm thinking this is something you're working on building. This card tends to represent wealth, resources, having plenty. And what's interesting right now is that you don't, because part of what you need to do is address the lack mindset that you're in. This is suggesting that reconnection with your inner child, or reconnection with the good things you already have, is going to get this energy to flip upright again. Okay, it's going to take some work. You're going to have to work on getting there, but what's important is that you do have what it takes. I do believe you have what it takes. But again, going inward, reconnecting, reconnecting your head and your heart is going to help you get out of your lack mindset. Okay. So there's the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. But we have the Five of Cups. Okay. So once you do this reconnection process, I think you'll be better equipped to handle disappointment. You'll hopefully be better equipped to address disappointments and hurts that have already happened. Okay, because right now you're looking at what's toppled. You're looking at what's changed. You're probably wondering, well, is this worth it? Why did I make those decisions? Blah blah blah. Again, head and heart not together, not on the same page. You're not looking at the fact that you still have two cups in the upright. So those two cups still have things that you can work from. Okay. Yes, you're going to need to put in some effort to rebuild. But I do think deep down you know what you're capable of, and you know that you can. You know that you can. Okay. So there is the Five of Cups. Okay. So to clarify the paranormal card here, this is about wanting answers and wanting them right away. Let's see, some hidden energy. Okay. You have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. What you need to do is step back, zoom out, look at, if you can, look at your situation from all angles instead of just front facing or off to the side in some way. Step back, gather information, make notes, realize that you have made progress. Okay. Because again, what this is asking, the way I interpret this, as you've put in work so far and things have started. They might not have moved at a pace that you thought, but there's still progress there. Okay. And the assessment and the analyzing you need to do is whether continuing this effort is really going to pay off for you. Okay, is it worth the effort to continue moving forward on this? Okay, there is some work to be done between now and that decision being made. So use your discretion, use your discernment, and you'll know what's right for you. Okay. So that is the paranormal clarified by the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. But we also have, okay, the foolish man. Okay, this is the fool. Okay, there's a need to take a leap of faith into this. Okay, and that's part of why I believe you may be in your head a little bit. Okay, and it's not making things easier, right? Because you're being gently nudged in the direction that you might not want to go. That's why you're resisting it. But there's an energy bigger than you that's saying you probably should, because it will reap rewards. Again, you aren't bound to anything. This is your free will. This is your choice. You can leave your comfort zone. You can take a leap and hope you fly, because trust me, if you do take the leap, I'm rooting for your wings to come out. They will. I know they will. Okay. But it's your choice to stay where you are or take the leap. Okay. Especially if you want your answers. You're going to have to dig deep. Okay. And you're going to have to figure out, if doing the work to get here really is benefiting you. Okay. So there's the Fool. That's the foolish man. Let's get into our final card to clarify here, and that is the Six of Swords. Okay, so why are we seeing the Six of Swords? Let's see. The Six of Swords. Oops, clarifying energy. Clarifying energy is the Star. Yeah, you do need to look up. There is still light in the darkness, even though you are detaching yourself from the stress of your situation, certainly. And by that, you're pausing, taking a step back to reflect and getting your heart and your head back to a connected state. Okay. Again, you're finding your means of navigation through this. Okay. Because even if things seem dark, it's not. You're not alone, and you're definitely not completely in the dark. Okay. There's the Star. That's the start of clarifying the Six of Swords. Okay. And we have the Two of Swords in reverse. So there are missing pieces, and I do think that's borne out by the fact that you have the paranormal here. There are missing pieces. The struggle, I think, for you is that you're not, you're trying to make this work on your time, and it won't. It won't, because, like I said, there's an energy outside of yourself that is helping you. It's not dictating you, but it's helping you. It's helping you find your balance and find a way that you can reconnect yourself. You can reconnect yourself enough to decide whether to move forward or not. For now, the answers may seem a little distant, but they will come, because you have lights to navigate by. Okay. So that is a clarifying energy for this portion of the reading. Let's get into our final tarot deck and see what it is we need to see for you, and specifically how can this energy help you, hinder you, how can you maximize what it is you're seeing right now. Okay, let's see what we need to see, please. What do we need to see? Let's see. Okay, let's see. Okay, so our first card, we have the Two of Cups. Okay, so I'm going to read this as a means of you maximizing the energy we've just seen. There are things that you already know, and there will be things you're already learning. Okay, this is going to, part of this work is going to be integrating what you're learning with what you already know. Okay, now this, there is some overtone of a relationship starting here, but I think instead of it not necessarily, I don't think it's necessarily romantic. I think what you're looking to do here is to build a different relationship with yourself. And again, that's going to mean taking what you know and integrating it with what you're learning at this time. Okay. So let's see what else. What else? Okay. We have the Knave of Wands. I think this is the Page of Wands. So there's part of this that you're learning how to channel your passions, channel the intensity of what you're feeling. There's certainly some emotion that has grown up in you. I don't feel it's potentially not as intense as it could be, but part of the work is that you're learning to channel that intensity and find constructive ways of processing what you're feeling. Okay, because I think with any of the signs, there's a tendency to go overboard, especially where it concerns the characteristics of their suits. So, like for example, this is the Two of Cups. Cups is water, and people who tend to fall under water signs are emotional, but they're easygoing. They tend to be able to go with the flow a little bit better, depending on the sign. So it's an interesting mix. They can be very persistent and stubborn. I can say that because I have 2 water signs in my chart, but they can be deeply emotional. Okay, so that's how I'm getting to the emotions are starting and they're not as intense as they could be. But part of your work in integrating everything is knowing how to channel the intensity of the emotions you're feeling. Okay. So I say all that, and I also think this might be Knight of Wands. So you're learning how to channel it so you can again find a constructive way of processing it. Okay. So there is the Knave of Wands, Page of Wands, Knight of Wands. There'll be an edit if I'll look this up, but there will be an edit in the description for this. Okay, so Knave of Wands, here you go. Talked that into the floor. Let's see what else. Okay. So yes, I was right. This is Page. And we get there because I have the Knight of Cups in reverse. You're either closing yourself off to learning and to changing, or you're in a state where you are acting purely from emotion rather than balance. And that could be leading you to, I'm thinking maybe perhaps being cruel and mean to people. Those could be people who are trying to help you, people who have good intentions. Whatever this is, I don't think your your emotions might not be running at optimum for you. You might not be. You might be unsettled. You might, you might be closing off for means of protection because you're uncomfortable with what's changing right now. Okay. Let's see. Let's see what our hidden and clarifying energy is for this portion of the reading, and then we'll get into the bonus. Heads up though, I may pull extra cards if I'm not thrilled with the outcome on this. I'll pull extra cards because I don't want to leave this on a bad note, and I'm having the sense that it might do that. So let's see some hidden and clarifying energy, and we'll see what else I need to pull out for you. Okay. So hidden energy, please. What do we need to see as our hidden energy? Okay, we have the Empress. So we may be able to redeem it here. We have the Empress, and I think the time you want to be in is one of creativity, one of growth, one of making things manifest for you, making things manifest for you in a creative way. Okay, and that means that you need to be flexible. That means that you need to be open to new lessons. Again, we're going to our Two of Cups energy here. There are lessons to be learned, and there are things to be done. Okay, those things needing to be done are striking a balance and getting your emotions, getting the intensity of your emotions into a place you can understand them. Okay, so there's the Empress. That's our hidden energy. Our clarifying energy is the Five of Cups. So ultimately, you're going to need to address your disappointments. You're going to need to address what's disappointed you. You're going to need to address your perspective on your situation as a whole, because not all five cups are toppled. You still have places to go. You still have things to rebuild with. You can still work towards your goals, even if you don't have everything you need right now. Okay. Okay. I do think we saved that. I hope that this portion of the reading made sense to you. It's certainly, I don't know that was particularly easy to hear, but sometimes messages work like that. So I hope you're okay. I hope, I hope you're okay with how this reading came out. So let's get into the bonus reading and see what else we need to see. Does it supplement? Does it complement the main reading? Let's see here. Okay, this just might supplement it because we have a Amazonite. This is calling us to loosen up. Okay, we have woman holding heart here. Okay. And we have the dog spirit. And this is asking us to be loyal to what you love. Okay. Right off the bat, I'm hearing be kind to yourself. Be kind, open up, give yourself a chance to nurture your heart. Okay? Give yourself a chance to just be in your skin. Don't rationalize it, don't explain it, just don't apologize either. If I haven't said it already, don't apologize either. Okay? You are who you are, and you occupy your space better than anybody else can. I can't be you. The next person watching this video can't be you. Your neighbor, your brother, your sister, your brother. Nobody can do the things you do. Okay? And for the things you can do, celebrate them. Nurture your heart. Be proud of that. And don't stop beating yourself up over things that didn't get done. Okay? That's detrimental. That's so detrimental. And you know what? That's coming from someone who is notoriously mean to themselves. Okay? Lighten up, nurture yourself, be kind to yourself, and stay true. Stay true to you. Enough said. Let's get into our tarot reading. We have the Queen of Cups. Okay. We have the Eight of Wands. Okay. And we have the Two of Coins. So you're an emotional being. You're juggling a lot, and things around you have become turbulent. I think it's fair to say that, because you're a bundle of emotions, and that's you at your baseline, right? That's you at your baseline. I want you to understand that maybe you have part of the reason you may have trouble. What am I trying to say? Part of the reason that you may have trouble identifying your emotions is because maybe you don't quite know how to say what it is that you need to say. Again, I'm probably going to misinterpret this a little bit here, but I do think there's a bottleneck that's unstopping itself. And there's going to be a lot that comes out, whether it's from you or the energy around you, the people around you. There is going to be a lot happening, and that's also going to likely contribute to the feeling of being distressed. Okay. The trick here again is to strike a balance. Okay. Strike a balance, because I do think that one thing you could tap into is Queen of Pentacles energy. So while we don't have that card out right now, I do think that working on finding a grounding approach to help you open up is really gonna benefit. Okay. So I'm gonna call it quits there, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you liked this video, please go ahead and click all the buttons, follow all the links. Get in touch with me if you'd like to know more. And if you want a private reading, if you like what I do and think I can help you with something, please get in touch. Please also know that I'm not a qualified or legal, I'm not a medical professional. I'm not going to diagnose you. I can only get you on the right track, right? So, let me know if you want a private reading. I'll do my best to help you. And until the next video, guys, I love you. I'll see you soon. Stay safe. Bye, everybody.